से ही आप करें तो एक बार बता दीजिए।
हो गया मैम, वी आर लाइव मैम। हेलो, वी आर लाइव मैम।
जी, good afternoon. Dear friends, I, Dr. Baby, welcome you all in today's session. The topic of session is building strong online presence, tool, techniques, and strategies for library professionals. And the speaker of today is Dr. Santosh, University Librarian, Central University of Haryana. So before handing over the session to Dr. Santosh, I would like to mention some of his major achievements and his academics. Dr. Santosh CH is a gold medalist and rank holder in Master of Library and Information Science from Karnataka University Dharwad and PhD from University of Mumbai. He also holds Masters in Mass Communication and Journalism and Diploma in Management too. He has delivered 140 plus invited talks at various universities and other academic institutions. He has organized several workshops and devised courses for researchers, educators, and librarians. I welcome sir on the behalf of whole organizing team of this Library Science Refresher course, Ramanujan College, University of Delhi. Welcome sir. Now you please start your session.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am, for the wonderful introduction. Hope my voice is clearly audible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, first of all, I deem it my privilege to thank the director or principal of Ramanujan College, University of Delhi, and also all the participants who are joining this online. I welcome them to this particular session, and especially I would like to thank Dr. Baby and Ms. Rekha, who are behind organizing this particular session. And also thank all ICT team of Ramanujan College, University of Delhi, and all organizing members who are directly or indirectly involved in this particular session. So thank you so much. So friends, today we are discussing on a very pertinent topic that is very relevant for educators as well as the library professionals. The topic is building strong online presence, and we are going to discuss about some tools, techniques, strategies, and why these tools, techniques, and strategies are very much important for showcasing our own achievements. It could be research endeavors or any library related achievements or initiatives. And we'll also discuss as why this presence is required when we are accessing different kinds of devices and tools and technology. So why this visibility is required for the library professionals, like other professionals also require this, and particularly why library professionals are required to know about this particular thing. So in this presentation, I'm going to cover various aspects concerning online presence. So first of all, we would be seeing as what is this online presence and why this visibility is required, and what is it actually meant for, means why it is required, and also what all things are required to be very good, to have a very good online presence, and how we should do that as a professional, how we should have a very strong online visibility. I can understand that you must be having a very robust website of your library, you must be having a blog, or you must be having institutional digital repository, and apart from that, how we should observe a few things that really take us to a different level as far as reaching out to our users or the readers if we are writing any research papers, and also bring some visibility for the institute as well. So this how factor is very, very important that we are going to see in this presentation. And we should also check with ourselves, we should introspect ourselves as whether I am creating an impact or not. Impact in the sense you may be writing research paper, you may be undertaking research work, or you are publishing some research papers, or you are initiating some library related activities or initiatives. So are we really creating this impact? Are we serious of creating this impact. So what is this impact? That we will definitely see in this presentation. And what are the benefits of this? What are the benefits of this impact? As an individual, what benefits I am going to get? As an institute or as an institutional benefit, how we can help in getting some benefit for the institute, and externally, how we can get benefit of showcasing our own achievements and initiatives in a very modest and very humble way. So in this presentation, I'll be sharing my own experiences and how I benefited from some of the initiatives that I undertook. So we need to also check whether this presentation is meant for us or not. In the sense, some of us are very reserved, some of us are very introvert in showcasing what we are doing. So, but this presentation is meant for all those who are extrovert or introvert. It is not a matter of being extrovert or introvert. It is a matter of reaching out to our own community to share as what we are doing. If you are doing really wonderful work, so that has to be shared, that has to be spoken, that has to be discussed on different platforms. And also we have access to so many platforms. As an individual using one table chair and internet connection, you can do wonders. So that magic can be possible. So we can see two kind of people in the world. One is who is not doing good work, but he is showcasing. Another person who is doing really good work, very hardworking, having potentiality, having talent, but they are not showing off. But this world badly requires those people who really do well. They need to come up and they need to showcase, they need to share as what they are doing, because there are many people who want to follow them. There are many people who want to learn from their experiences, learn from their initiatives, and they want to go back to their library and they want to introduce an initiative, or they are influenced or motivated to write a paper, or they are motivated to deliver a lecture. So the reason or the impact could be in a different way. But the point here I want to make is that if you are doing really good work in the profession, that has to be articulated, that has to be shared, that has to be informed to the all stakeholders, concerned stakeholders. So this is Bruce Lee is a very popular quote. I really like this because he says, if I tell you I am good, probably you will say I am boasting. But if I tell you I am not good, you will know I am lying. So in personal or professional life, whatever we do, there would be some comment from the concerned people, or with whom we work, or with whom, or we work for some other stakeholders, wherein the comments are possible. A comment could be negative or positive. But the thing is that we need to take the comments or the suggestions or critical comments or criticism in a very, very positive way, in order to improve our own services, improve our own conduct among those group or among those categories of people. So here I am going to share about few of my own experiences. That it doesn't mean that I am boasting myself, but the point here I want to make is that I just want to share my experience as how I got benefits from that and how it created impact. So once we start this presentation, so we'll be discussing all those things. And this is Chris Anderson's very popular quote. He says, your personal brand is not what you say online. It is what Google says about you. Now, why is it so? It is like this, that if somebody wants to know about you, they definitely go to search engine. This is a very, very common phenomena. And even many studies show that 70 to 90% of the people, they check about you or about somebody or some organization on search engines. And that is rampant in the sense they think that they would find about that institute or that person online. And they get first-hand information using Google search engine or any other search engine. In the sense, your personal brand is dependent on the search engine. What search engine shows to the people, so that matters a lot. In the sense, your presence has to be in a very, very positive way. Your presence on particular sites or particular websites or some links that are
Hello, hello, Dr. Santosh.
Madam, could you please enable me to join or share my screen?
Yeah, sir. We are doing.
No, I'm unable to share the screen.
G. We are just doing, sir. Just wait for it.
Yeah.
Please check, sir.
Yeah, now I'm able to share. I'll just share now. So hope it is visible now.
G, sir.
So friends, what we're discussing is that studies show that many people tend to search on Google or other search engine about you or about your institute in order to know you better. So this indicates that we should have such presence on different sites. It could be your own personal website or your institute website or any other third-party website wherein your name is mentioned, your initiative is mentioned, or for any other reason. So those things can be retrieved through any search engine. So that is why Chris Anderson rightly says that your personal brand is not what you say online, it is what Google says about you. So here is just an example to showcase as how the presence, online presence can be quite visible on any other general search engines or search engines like Google or any other search engines. So this is Martin Paul Eve of University of London. If you simply type his name on Google search engine, So you will definitely get to know as what are his research endeavors, what are his activities, and what are his areas of interest, what is his contribution, what impact he has created. So it gives you different kinds of websites links. So in the results, you will get to know that this person could be a very seasoned expert, a very traveled personality. So that kind of impression can be received or can be experienced when you check using a simple general search engine. Because you can also get to know that the areas wherein he is involved, the areas wherein he has actually worked on, and also the tools that he is using regularly to share his ideas or share his research works or activities. So this is just for an example that how the researchers or the educators are showcasing their research endeavors or their activities or initiatives online, and that can be retrieved on any general search engines. Now, if you want to know whether I have a very strong online presence or weak online presence or manageable kind of online presence, a simple exercise is just go to any general search engine, type in your name or type in your institute's name, try to find out, try to figure out where you really land, means where you are placed on the search results. So it doesn't mean that you should be placed on the first page itself, in the first link itself. It could be in the second page or third page. It all depends on what kind of content that is available online and that talks about you. Because we are talking about the visibility. That visibility comes only when the content is uploaded, added online. It could be on your website or blog or any third party website. So why this is important, that we'll discuss later, because you may be having some doubts related to why should we showcase our achievements? Why should we talk about our research endeavors? Because friends, please note that in academic and research world, we have a concept called research communication. Okay. So scholarly communication. So we need to communicate what is scholarly. So it could be any project work that you have completed. It could be any project that you have implemented in your library. It could be your minor research project or major research project, or any paper that you have written that has to be communicated properly. Or you are conducting so many meaningful events for the research community or the teaching faculty. So that has to be shared online. It could be a news report or just a news clipping or a photograph with brief notes or brief abstract of that particular event. So this helps know the other people that XYZ person has been organizing these things. XYZ person is involved in these kind of activities, and this is really motivating. So people can um, imbibe that kind of qualities, or they can follow that kind of initiatives, and also they can initiate in their own respective institutes. So the first thing is that you need to check on different sites, especially the general search engine, because studies show that majority of the people, they first go to general search engine to check for the institute or individual. And there are some tools wherein you can simply answer some questions like this. You can log into this site and you can get to know as where you stand exactly. So it asks you simple questions and that you need to answer. So friends, this is a showroom kind of a setup for selling cars. Now, why I'm adding this particular image here is that in order to justify as why showcasing, why showing off the product or the talent or the research work to the world is very, very important. Like in libraries, we have new arrival section because we want to communicate to the user community that this new book has come to the library. And also we are using different application to showcase online that these are the new items that we have received in the library. These are the new journals that we have subscribed in the library, because this really helps out in helping people to know about that. The only reason for showcasing like this, because if you see any showrooms of any product, okay, apart from the library, if you see any showrooms, they all are more interested in showing or communicating about their product to the consumers or customers, so that they can decide, they can judge, so that they can consume that. So we have the responsibility of creating awareness about that. You can't create impact without creating an awareness, without informing them that what you have done, what you have procured, what you have collected, what you are showcasing. So that's very, very important. So creating awareness is very important. And that comes by only sharing. So you may be uploading a small photograph, or also you are writing some snippet or small abstract of that event, or you have got an award and you are writing about that on different social networking sites or academic networking sites. So that helps us create some awareness. And people decide, means they decide to consume that, in the sense you are organizing an event for the users. So that has to be communicated on different platforms so that they can participate in that, so that they can take a decision to participate in that, so that they can consume, they participate and get information or get that kind of learning from that particular program. So this awareness helps people to take a decision whether to consume it or not, whether to use it or not. And if they decide to use it, if they decide to cite it, if they decide to participate in it, and if they decide to refer to that particular source that you are showcasing, so then they have decided and they are consuming it. So this has to be a deliberate practice, and it is inevitable for creating a very positive impact online, and it is a self effort. So we need to put sincere efforts in order to create that kind of impact. If you see the corporate world, I'm just sharing this a screen here wherein I'm sharing the hierarchy as far as this Google company is concerned. You can see different sections in that particular company, including marketing. So why advertising and marketing are very, very important for any corporate firm? Because they want to showcase, they want to share. First of all, they want to share what they have, what they produce. And after that, they are going to sell it. So these selling and marketing and showcasing, all these go hand in hand. But having a robust marketing and advertising section, like we have our R&D section, and we also have human resource management section in different corporate firms. So these sections are very, very crucial in order to sell that product. So this applies to other companies also. This applies to other sectors also, because showcasing is very, very important. And if you see the marketing section itself, there are different other designation, other people who are working in different areas as far as marketing is concerned. Even marketing section has also got ICT section. People are working on developing web. People are working on SEO. They are strategizing how to have a very robust SEO in order to exhibit, or in order to show what they are producing. And also different sections are there who are actively involved in publishing advertisements in different newspapers or magazines or different platforms, social networking platforms. And also again in marketing, they must be having some research cell or research development cell also. So all these people are working to market that particular product so that the company achieves, or the company gets a lot of customers for their product and they consume, and then the company gets benefit. So friends, this applies to education institute also. This applies to libraries also. So we need to market, because we have a concept called information packaging or information repackaging or information marketing kind of things. So all these things are there. And if we seriously work on this, definitely we will attract user community. Ultimately, we badly require user community in the age of internet, because many users may not be keen to come to the library to refer to resources. Some users may prefer accessing online resources through their home, right? So we need to connect with users online or offline. So we need to have certain things in our hand to connect with them, to engage, to have a better engagement with them. So if you see the universities, what universities are doing, both Indian and Western universities or international universities, they have set up public engagement sections, also departments, like we have PRO, public relation officer kind of thing. So universities are understanding the importance of public engagement, stakeholder engagement. They have separate sections for that. And also, if you see how the universities are emphasizing the importance of showcasing or showing off their research endeavors or the achievements made by the faculty members or research scholars or students to the entire world or to their stakeholders or to their own community. So the access could be different, but they are realizing that why this visibility is required. And especially as far as this research is concerned, the publications are concerned, the experiments are concerned, or research results are concerned, universities are putting sincere efforts in showcasing that. So that is the reason they are putting a lot of efforts in communicating what their faculty members are doing or what kind of results they are uh, bringing up. So if you see some other concepts related to visibility, we have a concept called mediated visibility. What is this mediated visibility? What is value-driven visibility? So why this value-driven visibility is required? Value-driven visibility means you should have sufficient values, or you should have values to showcase something. In the sense, you should not exhibit, or you should not share such things uh, that should be reliable in the sense. So just it should not be meant for just showing off. But if somebody wants to checks in deep, so they may not get that kind of quality or credibility or authenticity or relevancy in the project or the initiative. So it should not be like that. So it should be value driven. Value driven in the sense you should not lie. You should not showcase such thing that is not at all existent, that is not at all introduced, that is not at all conducted. So these kind of things are also there. So I have added these links here. So these are valuable information sources. I request all of you to please check that. And if you see the sections that are opening up in different universities, and also there are different people who are working to guide the research community as well as the user community. If you see these examples, I'm just giving you some examples. Here, there is a person, research impact manager. So his job is to create impact by sharing what the research community of that university is doing. So this is Office of Research Strategy and Integrity. So if you see these terminologies, if you see these upcoming sections in different universities, so this is quite motivating in the sense the universities have emphasized or realized very much that why sharing the achievements of the university, achievements of the people of that university is very, very important, because there are a lot of benefits as far as ranking is concerned, as far as citations are concerned. So there are a number of reasons and a number of benefits also. So the impact can be created only when you showcase, only when you share, only when you exhibit. Another example of another university, that is Brunel University, London. So here there is one person, that is Melissa Cole. She is research outputs and visibility manager. So you can understand from this particular example that there are universities which are putting sincere efforts in establishing the visibility section, a visibility manager who can look after these things. Now, why I'm sharing all these things? Because as a librarian, we can play a vital role in the library. We can play a vital role in the university system. We can liaison with the administration, we can liaison with the faculty members, we can liaison with the system to showcase. In fact, we need not have this visibility manager post being a librarian in a college or just being university librarian in any university. We can showcase the research communities, research outputs in a very, very effective way. And there are many ways of doing that. So we'll be discussing about that later. Friends, another phenomena I wanted to share here is that this has become a regular or routine practice in different companies, that before recruiting you, they also tend to see on different platforms as what is your visibility. It could be academic social networking sites or just a general social networking site. So this gives a first-hand information for them. You may write a very, you may talk high about your own self in your CV or biodata or resume, but when they actually see on the website, when they actually see on different platforms as how you are placed in that, what is your visibility, so they make up a mind as this person is like this. Like many corporate firms, they are going for the psychological testing, in the sense before recruiting they want to know what is your temperament, what is your psychological behavior, how you um, uh, deal with the stress and other things. So there are different tests they use for that, and these platforms wherein you do not know what they are checking about you, but this is quite visible and quite possible that the boss or the vice chancellor or the recruiter who is recruiting you or the person who is screening your application, they must be checking you online. So why I'm sharing all these things, because we deal with a lot of students and research community, and we need to create awareness about this. Having a very positive visibility online is very important. So friends, why I am sharing all these things, I'm talking about research, I'm talking about library, I'm also talking about institute. Why I'm sharing all this because the librarians are dealing with different kinds of user community, and also they are dealing with administration, and also they are having their own network and collaborative work with different librarians and libraries. So I request all of you to please um, think that this presentation is to be considered in a different perspective, in the sense as a librarian, how you are looking at this particular presentation or this particular topic. As a library, as a section, one of the departments of the universities, how library can be benefited by showcasing its activities. And third is as a researcher or as an author, because even librarians are also writing research papers. Librarians are also undertaking research projects. So as a researcher, how you can see this particular topic, how you can learn something from this, or you may be practicing something, but how we can add some more value to what you are practicing now to have a very strong online presence. So as a librarian, this presentation is very important to have a very good visibility as a position is concerned, as a librarian is concerned. Second is for library, what what you are giving back, in the sense what you are showcasing about the library. And the third thing is, as a researcher, as an author, you are writing papers and conducting research programs or research related programs, or you are pursuing PhD or MPhil or minor research project. So as a researcher, how you should have the visibility. So in these three dimensions, we need to look at this particular presentation, and accordingly, we need to work on creating a strong online presence. So if you see the literature, they use different kinds of terminology like personal branding, portfolio management, social selling, professional networking, collaboration, online presence coaching, and online presence analyzing. So all these concepts you can see in literature. So all these talk about sharing what you are doing. So that's very important. So as I said, that the literature share that uh, many people think that you may be available online, in the sense that your information or about you may be available on a different social networking site. So 90 to 93% of the search engines are checked to find out what is there about you, what is there about your institute, and why this presence is required. So there are varied reasons why this online presence is required. In fact, it exposes your work. Your work means it could be related to your project work, being a librarian. It could be related to a project that you have implemented in your library. It could be any research related project, or it could be any initiative that you have taken in your library. So it exposes your work. It could be any research or library related work. And you will have an increased visibility, and increased visibility will help you, you can say, kind of a popularity, a respect within your own community, within your own institute, within your own profession. And also it creates a perception about you and about your library, about your institute. People can get a perception saying that after seeing your write-up on something, after seeing your posting on Facebook or ResearchGate, they get to understand that you are like this. You are very, very talented. You are very active in the profession. You are very proactive. And you always share a very good thing, very positive things. You also always motivate. So you always share about very different kinds of research paper that you have written, which are really useful for many of the librarians or students of library science. So it really creates a perception, and having or creating positive perception is very, very important. And that is possible only when you share the proper or to the point or relevant information online. And also why this visibility required? Because it is required to achieve this discoverability. People should discover you. So they should discover about you or about your endeavors or about your achievements. And if you are very much involved in research endeavors or research activities, you are publishing many papers, so you will have better citations count. And also it is applied to other research community also. As a librarian, if you are helping other research scholars or the faculty members to have their paper online on the library website, if not the papers published in the closed access journals, but at least you can share the open access journal. Those are published by your faculty members or the research community on the website. So you are helping them to get better citations or good number of citations. And even as an individual, if you are writing papers and if you are sharing about that, in case if you have written paper in a very closed access journal, at least you can share the abstract or the title, or you can create a write-up on that, and you can post it on any general social networking sites also, that I published a paper on this topic and this is published in this XYZ journal. And in case if anybody wants to get a copy, so they can contact you, or if they want to discuss on that, they can contact you. So such kind of awareness is very much required. And also it raises awareness about your scholarly endeavors, means what kind of activities you are involved in. So that can be well communicated only when you showcase it properly. And also it helps you know how your works are being used, in the sense how people are accessing your work. It could be research paper or a photograph that you have added on Facebook. Okay, so you will get to know how many people are liking your photograph, how many people are commenting on that. So that is possible. And also it encourages peer feedback on work in progress. In case if you are uploading a working paper or preprint on preprint archive, you will get a feedback, right, as what you are doing and what work is in progress. And also it attracts the potential employers and funding agencies. And I have heard that many funding agencies are also preferring to check about you or what kind of things that you have shared online, to find out, to ensure as how active you are. And especially for the recruiters, this is really, really important. And you know the importance of being on LinkedIn or ResearchGate. So these are the very powerful platforms which showcases what you are doing. So to use these kind of tools, we should be very much aware of those tools, as what to share and what not to share, because your credibility and visibility is highly dependent on what content you are sharing online. And also it allows other researchers to further research efforts. So if you share that I published one paper on this particular area, and if somebody accesses that, he understands that these are the limitations shared by this particular researcher. Why can't I do research on that? These are the scope and limitations set by this researcher, and he has published. He has also identified some issues and challenges in his paper. So why can't I take up those issues and challenges and do my research work? So this allows other researchers to further research efforts. And also, friends, you need to be seen as a role model, because ultimately we are working very hard to become an expert We want to be a very, very thorough learner. And if you learn really well, you are definitely practiced in a very, very positive way. And when you produce something, when you initiate something, when you publish something, people want to see that. People want to follow that in case if it is very, very qualitative. So you are considered as a role model. We can see many stalwarts in our profession in library and information science, wherein we admire some people because who are putting extraordinary effort in initiating programs for the research community, who are putting extraordinary efforts in publishing excellent research works. There are some research professionals who are active in policy making. So there are a lot of things, means we consider them as a role model. So ultimately the visibility, the objective of visibility has to be making somebody as a role model. And also for professional development, this is very much required. The visibility is very much required. If you see British Libraries, this particular image talking about what kind of impact we need to create. And especially if you are teaching library science and if you are practicing library science, it doesn't matter in the sense, if you are a library science professional or an educator, ultimately our initiatives or publication should help teaching and learning activities. As a librarian, you are helping out faculty members and the research scholars, and they are taking up that knowledge and experience and they are sharing in the classroom. And also your knowledge or even your initiatives or publications should help in practice. So if the findings help others to practice that, then that is really a good impact, I should say. And it is very, very difficult to get our research findings accepted for policy making or consideration for policy making and considering as a reference material for creating a policy or introducing a policy. That's a Herculean task, I should say. But even policymakers are also looking for some role models. Policymakers are also looking for some content, some influencing content, some influencing findings, startling findings, realistic findings. And also the research works should help economy, society and environment. And also it should add something or other to the existing stock of knowledge. So these are the 6 impact zones. So there are different ways to create an impact in a very moderate way or also in an extraordinary way. So this is very, very important as far as creating an, you can say, impact. So that is possible when you start working on the initiatives that you have taken or the initiatives that you are planning to take for your research community or user community, or the work, research work or the research project that you want to get involved in. Now, the question is, who needs my visibility? Who wants my visibility online? So the first thing that comes to my mind is readers, because readers are reading. The reader could be a technical reader in the sense related to your subject, or reader could be any layman, anybody who is interested in that area of interest or area of study, and especially researchers or the educators or any professionals who are interested. So the visibility is required for the immediate stakeholder, the immediate community that is connected to your area of study or your institute or your library, and also in general, the other people who are interested to know about that. So many institutes also want to see what others are doing. So your visibility helps them follow that, because many institutes are looking for some best practices, as what kind of best practices you have implemented in your library. So institutes also looking for such kind of things. Peers and experts in your domain want to know what you are doing, and that is very much helpful for them to talk about that. So once experts talk about your initiative or your knowledge or your talent or your endeavors, so you should assume that you have achieved something because experts are talking about that. And also it is required for potential employers. The visibility is required for potential employers because they tend to see you online. They want to see or they want to check as what is portrayed about you. It could be on ORCID account or ResearchGate. So the field may be different since we are talking about the libraries and academic sector. So I'll be limiting myself to such kind of examples only. Even the funding agencies and this profession. So at large, the profession also requires some good people who are highly productive in nature. Libraries also badly require a very qualitative content in the form of video or blog posts or research papers or any other initiatives. And ultimately, we ourselves want visibility, because if somebody appreciates our work, we feel motivated. If somebody likes or cites our paper online, if somebody follows us, if somebody requests our paper that is published, but the abstract is available, but the full text is not available, if somebody likes it and wants to read the entire paper, we really like that, because somebody is there who wants to follow us, somebody is there who wants to download that article, somebody wants to access that source. So that's why this particular visibility is required. So far, I tried my level best to justify as why visibility is required. No matter whether you are an introvert person or extrovert professional, or you are in between both of them. So it is very, very easy to understand as why this visibility is required, because ultimately you are connecting to somebody, you are asking somebody to consume that information, take a decision on that and consume that, then that consumption will help them improve, or help them produce something, help them share something with others also. So in order to have a strong online presence, we need four things that are very, very important. So if you refer to literature, they talk about different things, but after referring to so many sources and based on my own experiences, I have listed these 4 points. First of all, we need to have a very good familiarity about what we are doing and what we want to do. Familiarity in the sense, familiarity about the tool that you are going to use to showcase about yourself. It could be a portal or a website or a software or anything. So you should be familiar about yourself as what you want to showcase. You should be familiar about your own surrounding. You should be familiar about your own system. So that is very, very important. If you are familiar about what you are doing, then that has to go up. That has to be shared properly. Participation is very, very important. What kind of participation you require? Participation in the sense, you have created an account online, but you are not active on that. You have created an account on LinkedIn, and also you have created a ResearchGate account, but you are not active. So you need to participate. Participate in the sense, you need to ask question. You need to answer some questions posted on ResearchGate. You need to share something. You need to like something. You need to comment on some posts. Because please note that social networking is a gift economy. The more you like, the more you comment, people also tend to see your profile. They also feel connected with you. So it should not be artificial. It should be genuine in nature, in the sense, when you feel like asking question, please ask. When you feel like liking some photographs or some comments, if you feel like commenting on something or asking question, please do that. So that is possible. And friends, please note that you can connect with any expert that you want to connect, because that is possible now, because of LinkedIn, because of ResearchGate, because of other platforms, and thanks to the internet. So that is possible now. So this participation is really required. Consistency is also very, very important. Consistency in the sense, you have posted something today and after 1 month you are posting something. So people lose interest in what you are sharing. It could be your user community or the librarians whom you know, wherein you are sharing something. So consistency requires a lot of efforts. It requires hard work. So you need to be consistent in your work. It could be research, or it could be library initiatives, or it could be any services that you are introducing for the research scholars or your community. So there should be consistency in what you share. So please remember that visibility can be possible only when you talk about that, when you create content about it in the form of photographs or video or audio or textual. The fourth important point is that you need to have your presence on different platforms. I'm not saying that you should be having presence on 10 platforms or 20 platforms. You need to identify 3 or 4 platforms which are very, very crucial for you. It could be LinkedIn or ResearchGate or Academia EDU or any other platforms, because people have different taste, different impression or perception about different tools and platforms. So accordingly, you can decide and select, and then you can start sharing what you are doing. So familiarity about all these things are very, very important. So if you take care of these 4 points, and definitely you will have a very good online presence. And friends, please remember that it requires a lot of efforts. It requires 360-degree approach. If you want to showcase about your library, about yourself as a researcher, about yourself as a librarian, it requires consistent efforts, and it should be deliberate and inevitable practice now, because we are experiencing competition. So visibility should not be uh, to satisfy your own ego or to compete with somebody. It should not be like that. It should be very, very, you can say, um, a normal process, in the sense what you write, please share about it, you talk about it. What your researchers are doing in the university, in the college, what are their achievements, uh, you can share about that, you can talk about that. The events that you conduct for the researchers, you talk about that, share the photographs about that. So this is inevitable, in the sense you need to create your own brand. If not for you, it is for your library, it is for your institute. So that is very, very important. And as I said, it requires self effort. Now, how to start now? A very, very simple process is that you can start from your own email ID. So you need to have, in the signature section, you need to have the proper links, address, proper URLs. Those should work well, those should connect when you send email to somebody. And also you can see, I have a blog that is open interview, wherein I interview some experts, and also some of my friends also interview some experts, and I share those interview transcript on that particular portal, the blog. So here recently I conducted 2 interviews and I posted the links here. So whenever I send mail, so the person who receives my mail, he or she gets to know that this person has conducted interview with XYZ person. Let me read it. So this is indirect way of marketing, wherein you are not that aggressive to market about yourself, but you are very, very humbly and very, very simply, you are communicating what you are doing. So this should start from your signature section of your email. So this is another example wherein one of our professor, he has added these links, what all recent articles he has written, and what all affiliation he has got, the recognition and respect he has got from different international organization. So after your name, if you are putting these credentials or these links, that will really help people to know about your achievements and also get to know about your improvements. So that really motivates you also, because people are accessing your links, they are liking, they are sharing, they are contacting you, they are discussing about that. The second important point is that you should have a very decent professional profile. You should have all three: biodata, CV, resume. I know you know the difference between these three, right? So you should have a very, very strong, well articulated, well written, a very decent resume or CV or biodata with you. And also nowadays we have different platforms wherein your resume CVs are created automatically. If you have your account in LinkedIn, so you can create that. If you have your account in ORCID, so you can create that. So that is possible. And also you need to add some links of the website, some links of some blogs or your papers. So that is really helping others to get to know that what you are doing or what you have published and what initiatives you have taken. The third important thing is that you need to ask your web manager of your university or institute or college to put all your bibliographic details on the website. I can understand that some universities may not be having such kind of pages, but I request all of you to please take this initiative, talk to the web manager, or if you have a full-fledged library website, you can list out your publication. You can say that staff publication of the library. So you may be having assistant librarian or deputy librarian. You can list out the bibliographic details of the publication. So that really helps you out, because somebody who is seeing your website and finding out the title, and which is very area of interest for him also. So he or she may ask you to share the full text copy of that. So this really helps in building some relation. Also, it helps somebody to have contact and network. So this really helps. So that's why you need to get a post and share something. So that could be bibliographic or full text or abstract. And when it is published in open access journals or open access platforms, so please do share that. This is Professor Amit Kumar. He is in chemistry department in our university. So this is his Google Scholar profile. So why I'm showing you this, because I know that you all are librarians, so you know about Google Scholar very well, and you also train the users about this. But unfortunately, not all of the librarians have this Google profile. We are not giving importance to have our own Google profile like this. So no matter whether you have written 10 paper or 2 paper or 1 paper, so please have your Google profile. So why it is required? Because if somebody is searching on a topic that you already published, he or she may get the link, and that link may help you get some contacts. In the sense, somebody may ask you to share the full text copy, or he may want to work with you on the different project, on the area of interest, on the area of your publication which you are already published. So having Google profile is very, very important, and this applies to your user community also. So as a librarian, as a trainer, you can conduct training programs on that. You can create awareness about using such kind of profiles. And it is very, very important to have institutional repository. I can understand that some of you may be from a very small college, a very small setup, or some may be coming from different universities wherein all facilities are there, the system is in place. So just checking about the available infrastructure, available talent, available resources, you can build your own institutional repository, because you all know that DSpace is available free of cost. You can work on that. So you can take assistance of other librarians in case if you do not know how to install DSpace, how to work on that. You can watch some videos and you can get to know that. Now, why this institutional repository is required? Because institutional repository is a powerful platform that showcases the research endeavors of that particular university. It showcases institutional publications of that particular institute or college or university. So you can list out all patents, newspaper clippings, thesis, dissertations, open access articles, acts, statutes, ordinances, whatever that is accessible, wherein there is no issue of copyright. So you can definitely share on your IDR. So friends, in my presentation, I have added sufficient links. If you see the slides here, I have added wherever required, I have added the links, URLs, and I am sharing the examples of my own university also. You can click on that and you can access it at your convenient time. So this is another platform, that is IRINS. So this is a very, very popular project of InclibNet. So wherein our students and research community can access the research publications, the areas of interest of the faculty members, what all they have published. IRINS lists out all the publication, both bibliographic as well as full text. Full text in the sense, if it is published in open access journal, the links we shared here, students can click on that, or else they can copy paste the link and they can check, or they can copy paste the DOI and then they can check. So having this IRINS platform in place in the educational institute, that really helps a lot. And libraries can play an important role in taking up this project and launching it at their institute, and they can share what are the profiles of the faculty members. So this is a profile of our Honorable Vice Chancellor of our university. So it shows how many papers he published, what is his H index, and what is his collaboration, means with whom he has written papers, and all these things it showcases, and also how many papers he has written in Gold Open Access and other open access platforms like that. So another way of creating visibility is being a member of a discussion forum. I'm not talking about the WhatsApp groups. Okay, nowadays we are using WhatsApp group. There are many WhatsApp groups we are using now, but unfortunately we are not taking those WhatsApp groups very seriously, because we are not sharing a very serious issue or very professionally related issues. I'm not saying that all the WhatsApp groups are not good. There could be some WhatsApp groups which are very having very serious community who talk and discuss and deliberate on different issues. I'm talking about the email discussion forums like LIS forum or other forums, wherein being a member that will help you know what people are sharing, what senior most professionals are sharing in it. And if you are sharing your achievements, not to showcase your achievement, but if there is a context, there is a situation wherein you have to show that, then definitely you can share those information on email. For example, I conduct interviews with the experts. So I post it on my blog and then I share it in WhatsApp group as well as some very serious and highly professionally known email groups. So that helps us get a visibility that this XYZ person is very much passionate about blogging. This XYZ person is very much passionate about interviewing the experts. So this creates a perception among the peers. So that is very important. And also you need to take this very seriously to have your own personal website for your library, personal website for your own self. In the sense, as a professional, as a researcher, you need to have your personal website, and also try to work on building your library website. That is very important. That is your area. In the sense, nobody will interfere in that. The institute website can give you a very small space. If you take an example of our library website, we have more than 144 web pages in our library website only, because this is how we have developed that library website. And I request all of you to please work on that. And this doesn't require any technological background. If you have technological background, that's really well and good. But nowadays you can use Wix site or Weebly or Google sites. You can create your website. So here is an example of Dr. R.A. Mashalkar. I just wanted to show as how these websites look like. So here is my own example, my own website. So I have added all professional experience, publications, paper presentations, what kind of research I'm actively involved in, and what are the invited talks that I delivered. So who are my mentors and what are my professional activities, and all these things I have showcased in this. So this really helps create a visibility. You are not that aggressive. You are not that aggressive to talk about yourself. You are simply sharing what you are doing. It's like a CV that you are putting online. So that is in the form of a website. So website for yourself, website for your library are very important. And when you create your website, please try to see that this is portable in the sense it is compatible on different devices, whether you are using tab or mobile phone, smartphone or desktop or laptop. So it should be compatible and it should be quite, you can say, beautifully visible to the user. So this is very important when you want to have a visibility or a dream of having very positive visibility online. You should have a very decent photograph. So it should be formal as per as a particular platform is concerned. If you are using LinkedIn, so you need to have a formal photograph of yours. If you are using Facebook, so then you can use any general photograph, but that photograph should be very decent, because please note that people may be accessing your site, people may be accessing your page, they may be reading or referring, or they may be following. So how you behave online, that really helps a lot. So there are different platforms. I'm not endorsing any one or two platform, but what I am using that I can endorse very well. I'm using ResearchGate, I'm using ORCID, I'm using SlideShare, I'm using Mendeley, I'm also using Facebook and other platforms. So it all depends on what kind of taste you have, what kind of target you have, what kind of objective you have, what kind of planning you have. So that familiarity about yourself, that planning has to be there. Accordingly, you can create your account and you can showcase. And please remember that I am considering this presentation in three aspects: as a librarian, as a researcher, as a library, as a unit. So in these three perspectives, in these three lenses, we need to see this concept of visibility. So friends, we have a concept called networking and collaboration, both internal and external. So you need to network with different departments in your university. You need to collaborate with other faculty members or departments in your own university. As far as external is concerned, you need to collaborate with other departments of other universities or other institutes. You need to network or collaborate with other experts of other institutes, whether you are participating in conferences, seminars, or whether you are visiting any institutes or you are having MOU. So all these things possible only when you showcase what you are, because without seeing your credentials, without seeing your affiliation or achievements, they do not endorse, they do not come up, they do not come forward to collaborate with you. So
लाइब्रेरी में जाओ एक बार, क्या कर रहे हो अभी?
अभी अलमारी प्लेसमेंट लिखा
ले जाना 10 मिनट।
collaboration should be
शांति के
you
पास
can say
जाओ।
a
कैसे हो?
two-way. That is
बढ़िया?
possible only
सब ठीक है
when
उधर?
you have something to say, you have something in your credit, something that you have achieved, something you are doing really well. So these are just examples as what kind of impact these people have created, what kind of motivating figures that we can see when you observe the figures on different networking sites. So you can see how many people have downloaded my paper, how many people are citing my paper, what impact points I'm getting SearchGate. So how many people are viewing my presentation. So all these things will really help you motivate, right? So that is possible. And as I said that we should be very, very active and we should participate very actively. If not that actively, but at least in some cases, you need to active in the sense, if you are a member of, if you have an account in ResearchGate, at least try to answer some questions that people have asked. That could be your area of interest. If somebody has asked any question, so you can answer. So after reading your answer, the user may come to know that this person is talented, this person has some solution, this person has achieved something. So this creates curiosity and they may check your profile also. They may, by checking your profile, they may click on the papers that you have written. They may click on the video that you have created. They may click on the photograph that you have posted online. And this will create a perception about you, about your library, and about you as a researcher. So that kind of opportunities we need to utilize properly. And also you can search different people's, different experts on these networking sites. You can endorse people, ask others to endorse your skills. And also you can learn different skills, what different skill sets are there of different experts. Those are posted or those have account in these platforms, or those who are in your network. Please keep on checking their profile in order to learn something from them. So that is the main intention. And also in some platforms like ResearchGate or LinkedIn, you can have groups. So you can add some like-minded people in that. You can also build resumes. You can export connections. So a lot of utilities are there as far as using certain platforms are concerned, certain tools are concerned. You all know about the slideshare.net that is having PPTs. It is repository of PPTs wherein these PPTs also play a vital role. In the sense you have delivered around 10 lectures. So if you share 10 PPTs here, so people may call you for lecturing, or they may also prepare like you because you are looking like a role model, right? So that really helps people to follow you or understand that how you have prepared, and it acts as a role model. And very, very important point here is that you need to be visible on third-party website. You need to be visible on third-party website. So here you can't interfere in this. You can't force somebody to post about you on their website. It is not possible. You can't do anything about it. I'll give a small example. I delivered a lecture in 2013 at JNU, Jawaharlal Nehru University, Delhi in 2013, exactly 10 years back. On 4th October 2013, I delivered a lecture. And after that lecture, the details about my lecture was put on this particular website, JNU website. So still till date, this is visible. So anybody who is checking about me, he or she will definitely get this link also. So this will give a perception about me, saying that this person has delivered lecture 10 years back. So you just imagine what kind of utilities are there, what kind of positive impact that you are creating in the social community or academic community or library community. And also I'm sharing one more example. As I said that I'm not boasting about myself, but I just wanted to encourage you all through my examples, through my own experience or experiments. So how these third-party sites can help you get a very good visibility. And as I said that you can't interfere in this, you can't force somebody to post about you or talk about you on their website. It is not possible. It is quite natural. You have done your job, just leave it. If they post and if they talk about you on their website, then that is well and good. So here is an example. In 2019, I interviewed Peter Suber, who is very,
कैसे
very
सर
known name in the open access area of. So I interviewed him and he posted that interview document on Harvard University website, Harvard Library website. So this is a kind of a recognition that I got. So this really motivates me all the time. So such kind of motivation is possible when your visibility is available, when you are visible on third-party websites. I wrote 3 papers for 3 small articles, write-ups for London School of Economics, right? So they have a blog called Impact Blog. I wrote some articles, and in 2019, one of my articles became one of the top 10 most accessed articles. So again, this really helped me a lot. This again helped me a lot to create a very, very positive impact.
रिफ्रेशर कोर्स चल रहा है ना, लाइव रिफ्रेशर कोर्स चलते हैं ना,
So
तो मीटिंग एंड होने वाली है, मैंने कहा पता नहीं कब हो जाए.
excuse me, please.
ओके सर, ले लिया.
Dr. Baby, could you please mute yourself? I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so you need to have your presence on third-party site. As I said, you can't force somebody to have talk about you. This is an example wherein I wrote some articles for London School of Economics blog, that is Impact Blog, and this gave a very different kind of a visibility, because although those articles are very, very small in nature, those are blog posts, but still it can create a very positive impact, right? And also, if you notice the figures or the statistics as who is reading your paper, from where he or she is reading your paper. So all these things can be seen when you are really following the statistics or the stats or the analytics on different platforms. So another way is that to have a very good, decent visibility is to publish your papers in a very, very good impact factor journal. I know it is very difficult to publish in high impact factor journal because there is a huge time lag, because they take a lot of time to publish, and also their expectations are different. But my advice is that please try to identify such journals which are recognized, those are indexed. Maybe they are having less impact factor, but it's not wrong to target on such kind of journals. Those are recognized, those are indexed, and also they have got some value in the profession. So you can target those journals and you can publish your papers there. And also try to work on open access area, whether to share what others have written in open access journal, or whether you are publishing something in open access journal, or advocating somebody to write for open access journal. So there is a lot of opportunity for the librarian to play a very important role as far as open access area is concerned. You can involve yourself in creating open access policy for your educational institute, and also you can publish your papers. Also, you can train others to publish in open access journals. So as a librarian, you can have ample number of opportunities to write and as well as advocate open access movement among your own community. And as many of the researchers and academicians, they talk about copyright, they know about copyright, but librarian's job is to understand what these Creative Commons license are, why these are used by different publishers now, open access publishers now, what are the utilities of these open access licenses. So when you prepare your PPT, when you are prepare any open access document, please try to use these logos and also encourage others to follow that, because this helps to create such kind of ecosystem, a very robust ecosystem to advance or to support this open access movement. So as a librarian, we should learn about this. What are these Creative Commons licenses, how different they are from copyright, and why it is required for the professionals to use. And also you can create an awareness about utilizing these Creative Commons licenses while publishing. And as far as networking and collaboration is concerned, if you are writing any papers, please try to write along with other librarians also as a co-author or principal author, because the studies show that your co-authors have a higher H index than you, because co-authors who are actively involved in different principal authors, they may produce more number of papers. So that is possible. So these kind of things should be shared with the user community. You can encourage them. And also as a researcher, you can also put some efforts in contacting people, talking to people, and publishing papers along with them. So this will really help to have a very, very decent visibility of yours, because you are having collaboration with different librarians of different institutes, and also you are actively involved in research and publications. Friends, as a librarian, we also have another responsibility to market or showcase the importance of preprint, postprints, and working papers, archives. So these are very, very important. As a librarian, we need to train the user community as why sharing the papers, the working papers or the preprints on preprint archives. I think you are aware of this. During COVID time, many of the research studies on COVID vaccines are shared on preprint archives. In science, it is very, very popular, but in humanities, it is not picking up. In India, it is taking momentum, but still we need to work really hard in order to market or in order to advocate these open access preprint archives, and librarians can play a vital role in this. As I talked about research communication, we need to communicate the research that we are doing in the form of blog post, in the form of just a small post on different platforms, or a small video on that, or you can have a discussion on a paper that you have published. So there are different ways to communicate that research. For example, if somebody has published a very good paper on a very high platform or in a very highly impact factored journal, you can invite him. You can have a podcast, or you can have a lecture. You can create a short video, or you can create something or other on that particular topic. So if you share that, people can access more. People can get to know about that. So that short communication is really helpful for you. So the research paper can be converted as blog post also, blog article also. So there are varied ways to showcase what you are doing. So as a librarian, you have many opportunities for yourself and also for your research community as how you can communicate. A simple bibliography of your research community is very, very important that you can upload. You can have a research institutional repository that I already shared. So putting their research endeavors on institutional repository, if not full text, but at least abstract, creating institutional Google profile or scholars profile and putting their bibliography details on that. So that really helps. And also, please check different blogs as how blogs are important in research communication. So we need to understand first as what are the importance of blogs? Are they absolute or are they useful? So we need to realize this first. So these blogs are very, very helpful in communicating in a very, very generic language, or in a, you can say in a very, very technical language also, because the blogs are meant for communicating what you are doing. It's just a log, list of events or list of articles or whatever you can say. But you can identify the targeted audience of whom you are writing blog or whom you are communicating. So accordingly, you can create different kinds of blogs and you can start sharing something. So this will help you to connect with the user community, as well as they will come to know as what kind of efforts the librarian or the library staff has put in in order to showcase or communicate the research endeavors of that particular university. And as a consumer of the information, we should not only create information, but we should also help others create information. We should also help others create information and also support them creating information. So how you can support that? You can follow their channels, you can follow their pages, you can like their pages, you can network with them by commenting something, by asking questions. So sky is the only limit, I should say, because a lot of avenues are available now to communicate with an expert using certain tools like LinkedIn or ResearchGate or on any other tools. You need to follow certain web pages, some certain blogs, certain tools which are really, really useful. Even you can be a member of a group on a on Facebook or on LinkedIn. So you need to identify as which are genuine groups, which are very, very serious and highly professional groups, and you can join, you can follow them. There are different tools and platforms wherein you can showcase the open access write-ups that you have. Genodo is one of the best platform wherein you can get, by uploading something, you can get a DOI, digital object identifier. So before posting something here, please get to know that whether it is having any copyright issues or not, whether it is having Creative Commons license or not. So these things should be checked first to put something online openly, right? So these kind of platforms can be best utilized. And as a blogger, you can post some blogs, you can launch some blog for your library, or you can have your own blog if you are writing something. You may be a photographer, you can post some photographs. You may be a very good singer, being a librarian, you are a singer also, so you can share that. So blog is such platform which easily connects with the people. So here is an example of my own project that is Open Interview that I launched in 2019. The purpose was this, that I wanted to interview some experts. So far we have interviewed 29 experts, and all interview transcripts are available free of cost in open access mode with the Creative Commons license CC BY. So anybody can access, download, share, take print, and they can do whatever they feel like using these particular transcripts. So as a librarian, as a professional, as a blogger, I'm valuing sharing information. So this creates a very, very positive impact, positive visibility online. Also try to help others. So this is very, very important. Try to give free consultancy, try to give open consultancy, those who ask you questions, those who come to you for asking some questions. Those may be a college librarian is asking questions to university librarian, or university librarian is asking questions to college librarian, and there could be a senior professional or there could be a junior professional. But as far as learning is concerned, we should not hesitate asking questions. And as far as helping is concerned, we should not hesitate, or we should not be reserved to help others. So this tendency will really help create a very, very positive ecosystem or positive impression about your library or your own personality in the community. So try to help, try to solve the problems of other librarians who are facing something or other in their library. So, but you should maintain balance as far as solving the problem. And many of the time they have genuine questions related to resources, genuine questions related to understanding certain tools. So in that way, you can really help. So here is an example, another example as how this issue, the lockdown issue, was converted in a very positive way. When during COVID pandemic, many of the libraries were closed, and even laboratories were also closed. So we, a group of librarians, we created this Google site wherein we shared our contact details in this for 25 to 30 librarians contact details we shared. And we shared this link with all the research community, and especially the research community. And we asked them to ask any question related to copyright, Creative Commons licenses, resources, open access resources, or how to access resources, what are the search strategies, and all these things, whatever information they want from the library, irrespective of any institute or irrespective of any position or any degree, they can ask questions. We got a very good positive response from research committee across the country. So such kind of opportunities are also there to create an impact, right? And also you can get involved in some government funded projects. So this is just an identical, you can say, This is just an example wherein I am showcasing some government projects. So you need to identify what are the government initiatives as far as showcasing something in the video form, text form, or audio form, or in a multimedia form. So where you can involve us. Also, you can create infographics related to your service or best practice or initiative or project. So Canva is there. There are many other different platforms. But what are the importance of these infographics? So people can download these infographics. They can also develop these kind of infographics related to how to cite source, how to refer to dictionary, how to read newspaper, um, how to refer to dictionary, right? How to access primary data, how to access databases, what are Creative Commons licenses. So you can create infographics or brochures kind of thing. Another way to showcase what you are doing is you can create some useful links on a particular subject so that you can share with a logo of your institute or library. You can add your name that who has created. So you can create a number of useful links. You need to check those links, validate them, authenticity, all these things should be checked, and then you can create as useful links. So there are many people who want to access that. And also have your researcher ID or ORCID account. So this is really going to help you a lot. People can access your profile. They can get to know what all your research is. So excuse me, could you please mute yourself? So you can also follow some very interesting, very useful, highly learned channels on YouTube. YouTube is a generic channel, but still you can access certain channels wherein some very scholarly videos are shared. I'm just giving you an example here. This is one of the channels that I have shared here. This is just an example wherein many Nobel laureates are speaking, many experts of different universities are speaking, right? So a lot of things are available in free domain, in open access domain, but we are not accessing that. Now, what is the relation between these things and visibility? So visibility in the sense, when you access these resources, you can comment on their speech. You may ask question. There could be some experts who are interested to answer that. So this will give a very good impression about your taste or your area of interest, how keen you are to know about that. So following certain channels are very, very important to improve yourself or learn something, adapt something, and learn different skills like that. And if you are very much interested to talk about anything, importance of libraries, importance of reading books, or importance of libraries in the research ecosystem, so anything that is area of interest, you can contact AIR, All India Radio. You can talk to them as whether they can invite you for a talk or any discussion. So that is possible. You need to just knock the door of All India Radio. And you can also use different tools to create your own podcast. You can have a discussion, you can record your audios, and you can create podcast. Even your hobbies are very, very important in order to create a very, very strong online presence, very positive presence. And it will really support your profession also. If you are a drummer, if you are a guitarist, if you are a photographer, if you're a violinist, or if you are a runner or a dancer or a sculptor, whatever you are, that can also be showcased online. That is possible because you will get a very good impression, or you will get a very good response. That being a very, very active librarian, you are a painter also, you are a very good photographer also. So this kind of motivation, this kind of support or encouragement, that really helps you feel motivated all the time, because ultimately what we want is mental peace. We want motivation. We also want to involve in different kind of activities with a lot of enthusiasm and motivation. So that comes only when you get some support from your family, your colleagues, your peers, or your readers kind of things, right? So that is why you need to check what are the analytics, means how people are consuming your information, how many people are downloading it, how many people are asking you to give access, how many are asking you to train them about that particular tool, how many are asking you to write along with you, means an opportunity to write along with you, how many are asking you to be a collaborator, So all these things are very, very important. These small analytics, whether it is formal or informal, so we need to pay attention to that. A simple example is you have shared PPTs online, but you are not seeing as how people are consuming it, how people are downloading it. So this will help you to change your approach. If nobody is downloading your PPTs, nobody is downloading or citing your paper, then you need to introspect as why it is happening. So what should I improve? What should I change? So these kind of insights can be possible when you share something. So again, there are different sources that talk about how you can tweet, how you can be very, you can say actively on different platforms. So there are different sources that talk about that. So first of all, you should not be afraid to promote your work. So this is very, very important. In this particular article, I got to know the first point that you should not feel shy to promote your own work. You are not promoting to get some monetary benefit. You are promoting to share, you are promoting to share the knowledge that you have created, the idea that you have generated, the innovative activity that you have introduced in order to motivate somebody. We do not know how people are going to consume it, how people are going to use it in their professional life or personal life. We do not know that. But one thing is quite certain, that by sharing, by promoting your own work in a very, very humble way, so you can get a very good impression about your work. And also referrals are very, very important. Referral in the sense, if you are unable to solve a question, if you are not able to help somebody, give some referrals. Or if you want somebody to get good guidance or further skills or any extra things that are available with somebody else, so please refer to that particular source to him or her. So like in libraries, we have a referral service. So similarly, you can refer to somebody who has something or other to give, or who is also believing in sharing and caring. So, or practicing sharing and caring. So please suggest or please direct them to such kind of persons. Friends, we should also remember, or we should also give importance to the mentors. So in our life, it is very, very necessary to have good mentors. I'm not saying that you should have 10 mentors. You should have at least 1 or 2 mentors who can guide you, who can correct you, who can help you to get up and do good work. So this mentorship is very, very helpful. You can also be a very good mentor for others. If somebody is coming to you to seeking your guidance, so definitely you can be a mentor in a formal or informal way, but helping, sharing, caring is very, very necessary. And it is also very important to get updated about our own profession, get updated about what is happening in the profession, get updated about what is happening in publication or research arena. So these things should be updated. It is possible only when we start reading more and more books. If you read more books, you are highly informed person. So as a librarian, we have a lot of responsibility. We also want others to read, but if we are not reading, then there is no value for it. And friends, please note that there are people who are getting money for just reading out books. So I have given you the link here. There are ways to generate revenue by just reading out books. So librarian is one such person who is surrounded by books, who can generate revenue by reading, because there are different platforms wherein your voice, your way of expression, the way you read. So all these things matter a lot, and there are platforms which are available, which are helping you out to create some audio files of the books, and also they are paying you. So I discussed a lot of things, and also I shared different platforms, and I shared my experiences also. So in order to conclude, I have added some other points. Those are very, very important. So when we are talking about online visibility, either you are writing or you are speaking. So both the things should be improved well. So you need to start improving your writing skills, and also you need to improve your speaking skills. You need to check as how you delivered the lectures, how you wrote that article, how people are consuming it, how they are commenting on it, what feedback they gave you about that. So you need to keep on improving that. But also visit some institutes, nearby institute, wherever you visit. Means if you go to Dehradun, if you go to Karnataka, if you go to Bangalore, try to identify such libraries which are really popular in nature, and they are popular for their collection, popular for their services or technological implementation. Go and just visit, take their permission and go and visit. So this will help you to understand something, understand what is happening there, and also you can build some network and collaboration there. And don't just focus on research paper publications. You can also write for magazines and newspapers, and also you can collaborate with your supervisors or seniors, because working with seniors and supervisors is really like a blessing, because they are there to guide you all the time. And also you need to take care of your contacts, good contacts, positive contacts with whom you feel very safe, with whom you feel very motivated. That's very, very important. And as I said, you need to comment on different platforms, you need to participate, and you need to network. And also share your works online with permission. Without taking permission, don't share write-ups which are having copyright issues, right? And also when you write anything, so cite classic works. So that shows what is the authenticity of your paper or research work. So these are just points. These are not connected with each other. I'm just sharing some tips, or I'm just recapping what I have shared so far. And also create group, or you become a member of a group which is very genuine in nature, professionally conducted or professionally managed groups. And you need to comment, follow certain blogs. Blogs are very, very important, friends. If you access certain blogs, there is one blog called Elephant in the Lab, that is Germany's blog. And London School of Economics has got more than 40 blogs, different blogs on different areas. And Impact blog is for scholarly communication, related to scholarly communication. You can access that. And also subscribe to some channels on YouTube or other platforms. So these will help you to update your knowledge and also learn something and implement at your library, implement as an individual also. And as I said, you need to have a very decent profile, and having a very decent profile pic. And we should not ignore copyright, and at the same time, we should use this Creative Commons license, and we should endorse and advocate those Creative Commons license also. And please remember that we should not underestimate the power of open access, because open access is such thing that will create a very good impression about your research work. I'm talking it as a librarian, but as a researcher, you can get a lot of benefits. Your papers will be cited, your papers are visible, your knowledge will be well appreciated, your findings will be well appreciated, because you have done a wonderful work like that. And also keep updating your knowledge and updating your site, updating anything that is becoming old. That's very, very important. Updating your skill, updating your understanding, updating your perception. So updating anything that is old, that is required some updates, badly requires some updates. So that has to be updated. So before I close this presentation, I strongly endorse to watch all the videos of Carla Harris. I am really motivated by the way she talks and the ideas that she shared. So in this TED talk, she talks on how to find the person who can help you get ahead at work. So the gist of this particular presentation is that her talk is that the experts should discuss among themselves, or they should fight among themselves, saying that this XYZ person is a wonderful person. We need to select him. We need to select him. We need to give him an award. We need to endorse him. We need to invite him. So the experts should talk like this behind the screens, in the sense they are not talking about you in front of you, but they are talking in their own circle about you, because they know about you. How do they know about you? They know about you because you have created a very positive, strong presence, both offline and online, through your qualitative work, through your publication, through your excellent user-friendly, user-centric initiatives. So I request all of you to please watch this video and follow that. So the impact that you want to create by having very good online presence, it takes a lot of time, but you need to be patient. So this is from my side. In case if you have any questions, you can raise questions. And these are the references that I have referred, and also I have added links in each and almost every slide. So I have shared my contact details also. In case if you have any questions, you can write a mail to me. So thank you so much. And I thank once again all the organizing team members of Ramanujan College, University of Delhi. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir, for the wonderful presentation. Very informative. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Ravi, sir, you can leave.
Yeah.
Ravi, you can end the session, please.